3 minutes after 3, KNYO Fort Bragg. I have the latest installment of Ezekiel Kralen's ongoing story about the two little dogs. Dogs, then Psychobabble is the title of this. Ezekiel Kralen wrote, email correspondence July 29th to the 31st, 2023. Subject, now we got mice. Continued. Date, July 29th. More good news about Flacco and Lucky. The hounds have begun to resume their old habit of one pup quietly staying in my room at night while I take the other out for a poop run. It's as if they read my mind when I posted that missive to you on the matter of their new demand they both step out together no matter what. It started just last night when Flacco began pacing the room, stood up and peered out the window twice, then approached me with a curly tail wagging and eyes a-sparkle. When I attached a leash to her collar, I noticed her brother remained curled up on my cot instead of sitting up and raring to go. He looked at me with half-open eyes from where he lay, as if to connote, I'm fine. I'd rather stay here in my cozy spot. Just go on without me. So we did, and upon returning to my block, I heard not a howl, bark, or yelp coming from my window. When I opened the door there, he was sitting on the bed, happy for our return. Turns out he did have to go, just not when his sister needed to. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have still been curled up in deep repose. Furthermore, he only had to pee, not poop. His sister has also resumed remaining quiet whenever I exit our sanctuary. I tested that out also last night in 2 different ways. One, by stepping outside to collect another load of newspapers to be used as floor covering whenever they visit. To my chagrin, the newsstand was void as a Trump-turd brain, but that wasn't as important as discovering that Flacco did not utter a single arf while I was gone. 2, by using the restroom in hopes she wouldn't yelp upon my disappearance only seconds later. She did not, but remained perfectly quiet the whole time I was gone. So this is great, Watson. My darling Brindlekin are beginning to recall their past habits from the first cycle of their visits and picking back up on them now, something which I really didn't anticipate. P.S. I've been so busy pumping out my real-life tales ever since that 3.5-day power shutdown. I haven't time anymore to watch the latest news and commentary videos, which have been my custom on a daily basis for some years now. Instead, I just play SF 1033 in the background. It's a 24/7 live stream described as ambient music mixed with the sounds of San Francisco public safety radio traffic, a unique format that is most palliative. P.P.S. Deke picked up the quadrupeds at 8:30 sharp this morning, saying he'll probably come by tonight to drop them off again. Fine by me. No, not just fine, splendiferous. Another pajama party. Yay. Maybe they'll catch a mouse or two. Subject, mousetraps are ready, doggies are back. Date, July 30th. You'll never see such happy pups as Flacco and Lucky when they're by my gate dancing and yelping it up, so excited to return to my sanctuary for another pajama party. Flacco even escaped her collar the moment they reached the bus stop corner. After crossing Market Street, she dashed right up to the gate, oblivious to anything and anyone around as she did so. Pedestrians stepped aside and laughed to watch her scurry by in a gleeful rush, her Yoda ears pressed against the side of her pointy-nosed noggin. "Arf, arf, arf!" she exclaimed. "We're visiting Uncle Zeke again." She could hardly contain herself, waiting by the gate for her master and Lucky to catch up and for me to arrive downstairs. This is my heaven, Watson, and I ask for nothing more. Are we alone? Now there's an oxymoron. From Ezekiel Kralen to MCN discussion list. Date, July 31st. On July 31, Alden Hope posted, "Your effort to refute UFOs is prejudicial, compounded by ignorance. You have no idea what you're talking about on this subject, Zeke. You'd be smart if you value your credibility to stay away from this subject without doing a whole lot of research first. For one thing, have you personally seen a UFO? If you haven't, you're not someone who has much to say. A sighting is useful in many ways, mostly in opening your mind about this whole business. There's no doubt in my mind that the federal government has UFO debris and possibly body parts. Our complicated technology, including microwaves and similar forces, which we take for granted and live with, may very well scramble the UFO's navigation systems. A better question is why more of them don't come here and announce themselves. The obvious real answer has two parts. This is a warlike society. Every unknown is viewed as an enemy and dangerous to be taken down. This incorrect assumption certainly includes UFOs. While scientifically slightly advanced, this society is ethically in the Dark Ages. Speaking of the Dark Ages, these amazing machines are operated by flesh and blood beings who are subject to being killed just like ourselves. They avoid that. Should they come into a wave pattern that is deadly, they will go down, and they don't want that. A few have already been attacked and lost. I replied, "Hilarious psychobabble, Alden, all of it. Thanks for the guffaws. Your whole lot of research comes from absurd UFO conspiracy books and articles. Newsflash, that ain't research, Alden. If I value my credibility, I certainly wouldn't spew the nonsense you just did. Telling me to stay away smacks of a dogmatic mindset akin to Christo-fascism, but with a New Age spin to it. As for my witnessing a UFO, I have numerous times, as have many others, and that's exactly what they are, unidentified. You, however, insist that any unidentified object in space is, ipso facto, a vehicle built and driven by intelligent beings from other planets. As for why more of them don't come here, who's to say any of them have, as they likely don't exist in the first place?" To be continued.